Hi guys, this is Toria and you're listening to Talk with Toria. Well, today I have a very special guest for you guys. It's your favorite sex educator, drum rolls, Elizabeth Adewale. And today she's going to be answering some of your frequently asked sex related questions. Hi Elizabeth, please give us a little bit of intro about yourself before we go into the questions.
Hello, everyone. I am Elizabeth Adewale. I am a sex educator in training because I'm still undergoing training so that I can get a proper certification. But I love talking about sex, I love reading about sex, and I mostly teach on sexual pleasure, intimacy, safe sex. Yeah, that's it.
Why did you become a sex educator and when did you start?
Okay, so why did you become a sex educator? I became a sex educator because, I wanted young adults like me to learn what I was learning about sex. You get, I did not want people to be making some of the mistakes I had made. Yeah, I was like newly becoming an adult, and I was learning about sex. They don't teach us about these things. So I was learning about sex from Google, and I was fascinated by what I was learning. And naturally, I like teaching people what I know. So I just wanted people to learn what I was learning too. So that was actually why I became a sex educator. When did you start? I started exactly 2 years ago during COVID season.
Is it possible to get pregnant from pool sex? Like having sex in like a swimming pool or something?
Is it possible to get pregnant from pool sex? Yes, it is very possible as long as the sperm enters into the vagina. There's nothing that can stop it from swimming upwards all the way up. So you can get pregnant from pool sex. But if the sperm is like deposited into the pool and not into the vagina, then there might be no possibility.
What is orgasm supposed to feel like?
What is orgasm supposed to feel like? Now, that's a question that I cannot give a general answer for. Orgasms feel different for everyone. It can feel very calming, it can feel very explosive, it can feel very relaxing, sometimes it can feel very annoying. So, but then when you have an orgasm, there's usually a tense up of your muscles. It's usually highly pleasurable for everybody. So I cannot say generally this is an orgasm meant to feel like. It feels different for everyone, but behind it there's high level of pleasure for everybody.
Can a guy sprain his dick from jerking off too much?
Can a guy sprain his dick from jerking off too much? Well, to an extent, the penis can actually, like, you can have a fracture from vigorous masturbation and, yeah, vigorous jerking off. So it's possible, very possible. But is it a regular occurrence? No, it happens rarely.
If a woman has a lot of sex over the years, does her vagina necessarily get looser?
If a woman has a lot of sex over the years, does her vagina necessarily get looser? Capital letter no. No, no, no. Can the vagina get loose? Yes. But it's not because of a lot of sex. You can have sex once, you can have sex 10 times, and the vagina is still going to experience looseness. It has to do with pelvic floor muscles. If your pelvic floor muscles are weak, even if you don't have sex, your vagina automatically is already loose. If you have a lot of sex and you have strong pelvic muscles, you might not experience any looseness. So it does not have anything to do with having a lot of sex. Temporarily, when you undergo penetration, it's normal for the and you are very wet. It's normal for the vagina to feel loose at that point, but after a while, it goes back to its original size. So no, you cannot. Your vagina cannot get looser from having lots of sex.
Does it mean someone is homosexual or bisexual if they get turned on by gay porn?
Does it mean I'm homosexual or bisexual if I get turned on by gay porn? No, it doesn't mean. It is very possible to be very straight and to still, enjoy watching lesbian porn or gay porn. Yeah, some people watch gang bang porn and does not mean they want to have a gang bang. Yeah, our fantasies are not necessarily our sexualities.
If a guy fingers a woman, with dirty hands, can she get yeast infection?
If a guy fingers a woman with dirty hands, can she get a yeast infection? Well, maybe not necessarily a yeast infection, but a bacterial infection. You can get yeast infection without even being sexually active. So I would not say you can get yeast infection from dirty hands, but you can definitely get a bacterial infection from dirty fingers.
If a guy comes, like ejaculates inside a woman when she's on her period, can she get pregnant?
If a guy comes inside a woman when she's on her period, can she get pregnant? Well, the possibility is very, very low, but it can still happen. It depends on the length of her cycle. If the length of her cycle is very short, yeah, it is possible that ovulation happens immediately after her period, and sperm can stay inside for up to 5 days. So it's very possible for that kind of person to get pregnant.
Is there any safe treatment for enlarging a man's penis?
Is there any safe treatment for enlarging a man's penis? Well, none that I know of. I know of the penis pumps, but over time it's not safe. Like the effect is very temporary, so and it's not a safe treatment. So I don't know of any aside that.
What is the difference between a dildo and a vibrator?
Well, a dildo is a sex toy that actually looks like the penis, and it is mostly used for penetration, vaginal penetration or anal penetration. But the vibrator is just any sex toy that vibrates. We have dildos that vibrate too, you get. So they're just sex toys, but one vibrates, the other does not, and is shaped like a penis.
If a woman masturbates with a dildo or a vibrator too much, does it make her insensitive to regular penises?
If a woman masturbates with a dildo or a vibrator too much, does it make her insensitive to regular penises? No, it does not. I'll keep saying it. Sex toys do not in any way affect sensitivity. They don't desensitize women. They don't decrease sensitivity. The feel of a regular human penis is going to be always different from the feel of a sex toy. Yeah.
If a woman gets an abortion, is it harder for her to get pregnant eventually? Like, does abortion necessarily have anything to do with child or late child conceiving?
If a woman gets an abortion, is it harder for her to get pregnant eventually? Capital letter, no. It is even funny that you can get pregnant immediately after an abortion, because immediately after an abortion, ovulation starts again, your cycle resets. So it is very possible to get pregnant even after an abortion. But if the abortion is unsafe, then that could be a problem. That could be a cost. That could be the problem. But if the abortion is done safely, you can get pregnant immediately after. If you engage in unprotected sex, that is.
What would you say is the best thing about being a sex educator?
What is the best thing about being a sex educator? For me, it is just being able to connect with people on a deeper level. We all know that sex is a big deal. Sex is not something that people are very comfortable talking about. So for people to be able to comfortably talk to me about their sex lives, I think that's one of the best things. That's one of the things I enjoy. I enjoy also the readings and the research. Getting to find out new information, new facts, shocking facts, getting to learn pleasure. Like it's really interesting. Like there's no boring moments being about being a sex educator.
What is the not so good thing about being a sex educator?
And the last question, what's the not so good thing about being a sex educator? For me, it is the stereotype. When people hear that, oh, you're a sex educator, they automatically think that you must be a sex addict or a sex freak, or you must be a nymphomaniac person. So they don't see you beyond the sex. They just see you as the sex person. They just think everything about you is sex. Everything about you revolves around sex. You must be masturbating 24/7. You get people automatically assume that you're all about sex and nothing more. They don't see you beyond the lens of sex. That's what I don't like about it. So even meeting people, connecting with people, and then they find out I'm a sex educator, it just affects everything. So that's one of the sad parts. I mean, even romantic relationships, it kind of affects it, because many people that come to you for the sex. They don't see you beyond. They don't see you as somebody that they can be in a relationship with. So that's the not so good thing for me. But is but then that's just by the way. It cannot stop me from doing what I love.
So, guys, that's all the questions for today. If you have any other questions for Elizabeth, make sure to check her on Instagram at Elizabeth Adewale. I think I would add her IG name in the description so you can check that out. There's actually a high possibility that she already answered one of your questions because she always gives us back-to-back content on sex. So make sure to check out her content first, and if your questions have not yet been answered, then sure, you can ask her in her DM. Bye guys, till next time. Talk with Toria.